In today's lesson, we are going to look at 10 advanced phrasal verbs that you'll see in the news. This lesson will help take you one step closer to understanding the news and native speakers. There's going to be a lot of vocabulary, so at the end of this lesson, I have a test for you to help you review. Let me know your score in the comments. Did you get 10 correct out of 10? Maybe 6 correct out of 10? Please let me know. My name's Arnel. Let's start. First, phrasal verbs are normally informal. Let's compare. Formal, neutral. My train arrived 10 minutes late. Informal, my train showed up 10 minutes late. Arrive and show up are the same, but show up is more common in conversations. With the news, things are different. The news uses a range of formal and informal vocabulary. For my students taking an exam, I am going to put a top hat next to the phrasal verb that you can use in formal writing. If there is no top hat, then it's best to only use them in conversations. Got it? Let's go. What is going on? There is so much going on in the news. News correspondent Tina Thomas will tell us what's going on at the scene. Number 1, go on. Go on, went on, gone on. Definition, happen, the actions and events. What is going on means what is happening. There is so much happening in the news. Tina Thomas will tell us what is happening at the scene. And a news correspondent is a person, a journalist who works for the news and goes to different locations. Question, tell me, what is going on in your life right now? Is go on always used in the ing form? No, but it's very common because we use the present continuous to talk about actions now. We can use another tense. You need to speak to the police. You have to tell them what went on last night. Past simple also works. Many citizens are pushing for better public transportation in the city. Gabriel kept pushing for a pay raise and finally got one. Pay raise is more money from your job. If you were earning $25 an hour and you get a pay raise, you are now earning $30 per hour. We all want pay raises. Nurses pushed for updated training programs in emergency care. Push for. Push for, pushed for, pushed for. It's a regular verb. You can see I have a top hat here. This is perfect for academic writing, no problem. Definition, to try hard to get what you want. Here is a mountain, and what you want is at the top, but there's a large stone blocking you. You have to push and push and push until finally you get what you want. So when you push for something, there's a feeling of effort. Citizens are trying hard to get better public transportation. Gabriel kept trying hard to get a pay raise. Nurses tried hard to get updated training programs. Question, in your country, what are people pushing for? Tensions continue to build up along the border. Evidence is building up against the suspect. Dentists warn that plaque can build up on teeth if they are not brushed properly. Plaque is pronounced plaque. Plaque is the sticky white stuff that forms on your teeth if you don't brush. It contains bad bacteria. Number 3, build up. Build up, build up, built up. Definition: to grow and become larger and stronger. Increase. When you build something, it becomes larger and stronger, right? Something is growing. Let's read these sentences again. Tensions continue to build up along the border. Evidence is building up against the suspect. Dentists warn that plaque can build up on teeth if they are not brushed properly. And yes, you do need to say it like that. You do need to say, build up. Question: how can you release stress before it builds up too much? For the next phrasal verb, I want to give you 2 situations. Number 1, you want to buy a house. What do you need to think about? Location, the style, the size. But if you want to buy a house, what's the most important part? Money. Location is not important, style is not important, and the size is not important if you don't have money. Next one. There are 2 tennis players. One is more talented, more motivated, more popular. But how do we decide the winner? The player with the most points wins the game. Points is the most important part. Maybe the better player was having a bad day and they lose. It doesn't matter if they're motivated. It doesn't matter if they're better. Points matter if you want to win. Let's start with the definition. There are many parts, but this is the most important part. Number 4, come down to. Come, came, come down to. For many families, buying a house comes down to money. Winning a match comes down to who performs better on the day. Diet and exercise matter, yet lifespan still comes down to genetics in many cases. In many cultures, a young person's future comes down to what their parents want. This phrasal verb can be used with a noun like money or genetics, or a question word like who or what. All of the highlighted parts tell us what is most important. Here's a question I want you to think about. What does career success come down to? Education? Hard work? Luck? Connections? With all of these questions I'm asking you, I want you to practice. You can even leave me your comments, your answers down below. Number 5, cut off. Cut off, cut off, cut off. You can see all 3 verb forms are the same. Definition: to be separated from something important. Imagine you have a tree and you cut off its branch. Well, the branch is clearly separated. The branch is alone and sad. During the investigation, the officer was cut off from critical information. Miners who were trapped underground were cut off from food and water for several days. Without the internet, many people feel cut off from the rest of the world. In all 3 of these examples, there is a separation, and it's not good. Is this separation permanent or temporary? It depends on the situation. Is the separation intentional or accidental? Again, it depends on the situation. Question: does social media reduce or increase feeling cut off from others? We've done 5 phrasal verbs so far. Only 5? But there's been a lot of information. How are you feeling? I know there's been a lot. So, do you want the notes for today's lesson? Join GRAVOTION, my fast-growing platform where grammar, vocabulary, and emotion meet. Download the notes for today's lesson, plus hundreds of other PDFs ready to use. You'll also get access to my complete grammar course roadmap, so you'll never wonder, how do I learn grammar? Where do I start? And the best part, the community. Join and connect with English learners from all around the world just like you. Write GRAVOTION in the comments and I'll personally send you a link to join. Let's get back to the lesson. Scientists carried out experiments to test the new vaccine. The army carried out the rescue mission successfully. Hackers carried out a large-scale attack on several government websites. Over 1 million eye tests were carried out in New York last year. Carry out, carry out, carried out, carried out. Definition: to complete a job or activity. Imagine carry out is a big check mark. Did the scientists do these experiments? Complete them? Yes, big check. Did the army complete the rescue mission? Yes, big check. And another big check. And another big check. Carry out is a pretty formal phrasal verb used in formal situations. So we wouldn't say something like, I carried out making a sandwich. This phrasal verb is used for research, investigations, medical tests, surveys, missions, things like that. Question: if you could carry out a survey on 100,000 people, what would it be about? For me, I'm not really sure. Something about language learning. If you are running a marathon and you are in a lot of pain, what do? You continue and don't quit. If you're a politician and you are not popular and everybody is criticizing you, maybe they are throwing tomatoes at you, what do? You continue and don't quit. If this lesson is getting difficult and you are bored, what do? You continue watching and don't quit and subscribe. Number 7, stick it out. Stick, stuck, stuck it out. Definition: you continue and don't quit. You endure. Even when the marathon got painful, Aubrey stuck it out and crossed the finish line. I'm impressed by our governor's will to stick it out despite the public criticism. Even though the project was stressful, Henry decided to stick it out until it was finished. With all of these examples, is the situation easy? No. The situation is difficult, but you still continue. Is it necessary? Stick it out. Stick it out. Yes. Think of this phrasal verb as an expression. We need it in the middle. Why? Many phrasal verbs have multiple definitions. With today's phrasal verb, we need it to mean this. Is there something that you quit, but you wish you had stuck it out? Authorities promised to crack down on fake news websites. The council is cracking down on littering. Littering is when you throw trash on the street, not in a trash can. That's littering. You can even see signs that say, no littering. Over 200 arrests were made last month as police crack down on drunk driving. If you crack down on something, are you trying to stop it? Yes. If you crack down on something, do you punish people who do this? Yes. Do you punish people more or less? More. Number 8, crack down on. Crack, cracked, cracked down on. Definition: the punishment for bad behavior is now stronger than before. When you think about crack down on, I want you to think about before and after. Before, a weaker punishment or no punishment. After you crack down on something, a stronger punishment. Question: how can companies crack down on employees being late? I have a step here. Let's imagine this step is a job position like president, CEO, mayor, chairperson, a position of power. And this person has this job. If he or she steps down, they leave that position. Goodbye. All done. Step down. Step down. Step down. Step down. Definition: for a person to leave a job because they think they should or they feel pressure to leave. If someone steps down, are they retiring because of age? No. If someone steps down, are they fired? No. But they leave because they feel pressure to leave. The Prime Minister stepped down after only 6 months in office. In office means someone is currently holding a political position of power, like James Smith has been in office since winning the election in 2022. Jane Smith is refusing to step down, saying she has done nothing wrong. The board members and I have been speaking, and we think it would be best if you stepped down. Should sports team coaches step down if the team loses too many games? Number 10, last but not least, look into. Looked into. To investigate, to find more information. Police are looking into the cause of the fire. What caused the fire? They need more information. HR is looking into the complaint. HR needs to investigate. They need more information. And this phrasal verb isn't always used in formal news situations. It can be used in everyday life, very natural. I'm looking into buying a new car. Why was my order canceled? Let me look into it, and I'll get back to you. Think about look into as a large magnifying glass. You are really looking into it. You're investigating. When something goes wrong with technology, do you look into it yourself or ask someone? Okay, 10 phrasal verbs is enough, especially advanced phrasal verbs. It's test time. Are you ready? I have 10 sentences and 10 options. You can see the phrasal verbs are already in their correct tense. Can you please fill in the gaps? Pause the lesson to do this. And here are the answers. Please let me know your score in the comments. I guarantee you'll start seeing today's phrasal verbs in the news and in conversations around you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!